G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different but still barbecue related. So we're going to make chili con carne using somewhat traditional ingredients and methods, and also going to be smoking a beef chuck to go in there as well, just to add that barbecue flair to it. But we'll get this all seasoned up now, and then we'll start making our chili. Alright, so I've got a nice big piece of chuck roast here that we're going to use in the chili. I've got this one from SA Gourmet Meats at Woodcroft. So we're not even going to bother trimming this one because it's just going to get diced up anyway, because I'm not going to smoke it till it's pulled beef. But we'll get it seasoned down now. So I'm going to use Bulldozer Barbecue spog, salt, pepper, onion, garlic, followed by a layer of Butcher's Axe El Hacha. But we'll let this rub tack up now and we'll start making our chili. Okay, so first things first, we're going to steep these chilies just to get them rehydrated. So I've got some boiling water here from the kettle, about half a litre. Put that into a big bowl and get these chilies in. Alright, so first off, this kit makes up 2 litres. We've got a fair bit more than that because we're doing a 9-quart cast iron pan, and we've got a heap more meat than 1.5 kilos that the recipe calls for. So I'll put these ones in here, which I think are guajillos, and we've got poblanos, and this already smells amazing. The poblanos almost have like a dried fruit kind of a smell to them. We'll get those in the steeping. And because we've got so much meat here to cook with today, we're going to add some more chili. So I've got some chipotle chilies, which are smoked jalapenos, and then dried out. They're going to go in, just a few of them. Don't want to blow our heads off. And these have a lovely smoky aroma to them. Chili's not all about heat, it's about flavour and aromatics too. Then we'll pop some more anchos in, which are a smoked poblano chili. So pop maybe 2 or 3 more of those in. Perfect. Alright, so I'll let those steep for about 10-15 minutes, let them rehydrate, and in the meantime we'll start getting our chili ingredients ready to go. Okay, so we will start making up our sauce, I guess, for the chili. So first off, we've got 2 brown onions, 1 red onion. Pop those in. Then we've got 4 massive cloves of garlic, so it probably equals about 1 bulb. Pop that in. Then I'm going to go in with some Mexican oregano. This is different to your normal oregano, so we'll get that in. Not heaps of it at this stage, we can always adjust this as we go along. Then we've got 800 grams of diced tomatoes, fresh out of the can. And 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. And finally, chipotle chilies, squelchy. And then one other ingredient from our chili pack, which is our simmering sack. So that's got beef stock in it, heaps of different herbs, spices, maize. So I'll pop that in now too. Perfect. Alright, so just get that incorporated now. I might add some liquid to this in a second, just in the form of water, because it starting pack has got beef stock in it already. So I don't want to over season it at this stage. We can always add salt and pepper as we go along and other goodies too. So what we're going to do now is going to go out and fire up the drum smoker and then start getting this chili made. Okay, so we've got half a chimney of olive pipco briquettes. We're going to use this to start the drum smoker. I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs, but we're going to get this lit up now and get these coals ashed over and put them into the drum. Right, now that our briquettes are ashed over and lit up, we'll get those put into the drum smoker now. Just put it along this edge here. Then we'll close it up. Open up our top and bottom vents wide open and allow it to come up to temp, and that should take about 10 minutes. Okay, there's a few steps in this cook, but stick with it guys, because it's certainly going to be well worth it. Now that these chilies have steeped or soaked in boiling water to rehydrate them for about 10-15 minutes, I've just split them open, removed the majority of the seeds and the water as well. Some people use the water, but I've been told that the water can make it quite bitter, so we've decided to discard it and we'll just use warm water to make up this part of the sauce. So we'll get them into the blender now. And as you can see, there's still a few seeds in there, but not heaps. Not by comparison to the ones that I pulled out. So I'll get those in. Not escaping. And some warm water. And we'll pop it in the blender and get them all blitzed up. Now that we've made up our chili paste, made it nice and fine, we're going to put this puree into our pot of ingredients we prepared earlier. The smells from this, seriously, is so unbelievable. I wish you guys could smell it, but you can if you make it yourself. All you have to do is like and subscribe to the channel, and you too can do this. So I'll just get that mixed in. Now you can also put beans in this, but beans aren't actually a traditional ingredient in chili. Plus Mrs. Meat Whisperer doesn't like beans, so we're not going to use them today either. And just to thin this mixture down, we're just going to put in a bit of water from the kettle. And put in some bay leaves that are from that pack from Chili Mojo as well. We'll just get this mixed in, and it'll be about time to put this in the smoker. Alright, so the smoker's sitting on around 220 degrees at the moment. So we'll get our smoking wood on and get it reassembled. So today I'm using Queensland rosewood from the Smoking Log Co. and also aged vintage port barrel cask as well. So we'll get our wood chunks in. Our heat deflector plate. Our bottom cooking rack. Then we'll pop our chili in. And the top rack. And then finally, that big piece of chuck roast over the top. And we'll set up our temperature probes as well, So put on our ambient temperature probe and our meat temp probe. And we'll get this shut down, let it start cooking, and come and check on it in a bit. Alright, now we're about 3 hours into the cook. We'll have a quick look at it and see how it's going, see if it needs to be spritzed or anything like that. Temperature on the smoke is held between 250 and 260, and it's on 133 Fahrenheit internal temp on the beef at the moment. So I'll lift it up, have a quick look. That's looking really good. I'm not going to take this out till it's around 180 Fahrenheit. So we'll just keep it cooking, probably another few hours to go yet, and we'll take it out and get it sliced up. Alright, so the smoke has been running now for about 4 to 5 hours. Got it sitting on around 310 degrees Fahrenheit at the moment. I did bump the temperature up a bit just to speed it up, but we'll open it up and have a look, and as you can see, that beef's coming along really nicely. What I'm going to do now that it's taken on as much smoke as it will, I'm going to pop it in a tray and take it inside. So a handy hint I thought I'd pass on: the Oklahoma Joe doesn't come with 2 layers, or 2 racks rather, so I'll put this second one in, and I've bought one with a center section that comes out. What I find very handy for instances like this where you're cooking 2 things at once is you can actually get in to the lower level and just stir it as you need to, or check on it, add things along the way. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take this beef inside, slice it up or cube it up, and get it ready to pop into the chili. Okay, so we've got this chuck roast inside now. We're just going to get it sliced up, or cubed up rather, and put it back into the chili. So we'll just get this all sliced as a starting point. Perfect. It's a nice smoke ring. Don't worry about the blood in it, because that's going to further or continue cooking and rendering out that fat. So now that we've got that all diced up, we're now going to put it back into the chili rather, and let it render down, continue cooking, and get nice and tender. And now onto the next process, or part of the process. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all this beef in. Hopefully it all fits. But before we do, in that Chili Mojo Chili Con Carne kit, you've got the finishing pack, which has got all other different herbs and spices that you don't put in at the start. So we'll get that in. Mix it all up. And as you can see, it's reduced down a fair bit considering what our starting volume was like. So we might even have to add some more water to this. Just depends on how much room we've got left after we put all this beef in. So we've got a fair bit. Alright, so we've got all that beef in now. Not much room to move, but we'll just get it mixed around a bit. And then we'll put the lid on. It's all squelchy. Put the lid on in a second. I reckon that looks pretty good. Put the lid on, let it keep cooking. Alright, so after 8 hours of cooking and a few processes along the way, or a few steps along the way to get this chili made, we finally come to the end. So just to recap what we've done, used a 4.7 kilo chuck roast, slow cooked that and smoked it in the drum smoker. Rub that down using salt, pepper, onion, garlic or spog from Bulldozer Barbecue, and then a final coat of El Hacha from Butcher's Axe Barbecue. Then we made up our chili using fresh chili or dried chilies and a few other spices, herbs along the way, as you'll see in the video. Then once it was smoked to 165 Fahrenheit, the chuck roast that is, and then put it into the chili and then incorporate it all together. So I've let this rest for a bit now after it's continued cooking in the smoker for a fair bit of time, and as you can see, it's looking sensational, and the smells are absolutely amazing too. So we'll give it a bit of a try and see what we think. Just going straight with it, no rice at this stage. Meat's beautiful and tender. There's a richness to that sauce. So there is a little bit of heat there. It's not as crazy as what I thought it was going to be, but certainly tender, rich in flavors, lovely and aromatic. And you can serve this with just with rice, nachos. You can put it in a burrito. There's a heap of different ways you can serve this up, but we're just going to have this tonight with rice. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.